Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 8 of FTB Continuum on Forgecraft. I said I'd make these off camera. Well, I have told the truth. I kind of made them off camera. I got most of the way to making them off camera. So today we've got a blast furnace cooking, which is woot. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this guy right along here-ish. Sounds like a good plan, at least, right? To kind of match this layout. Woot. Hello, cow. Try not to hurt the cows. Takes all my willpower to not just say like, hey cow, you're in my way. But yeah, we should be cool now, right? Woot. We've got a thing. Where's my engineering hammer? I made one of those, right? I'm suspecting I did. It would be in here if I had it. I do! Hooray! So, achievement get blast furnace. Hooray. That's cool, which means we can now, boom, start making steel. Nice. All right, so let's throw, I'm going to hold off on using coal coke in there, especially because I literally only have one left after the great amount of coal usage that we just did. But what I should be able to pull off is some charcoal. I should have lots and lots of wood. And if I don't have lots and lots of wood, I can easily get lots and lots of wood that I can turn into charcoal. Courtesy of this awesome cheaty axe that Tema gave me. Yay for cheaty Tema. Gotta love it. All the hacks. Thank you, cheaty Tema. Come on, leaves. Do your thing. Fast break. Thank you. Doot. Hello, spider. Those I don't have to restrict myself on killing. So I'll just make another giant tree farm. This is like, because of the like silly overpoweredness of this axe that Tema gave me, actually works out really well to do it this way. Close enough. To-do list is probably better food at some point, because eating the same 2 or 3 types of food is not working out. Definitely need to look at doing something a little better there. But anyway, so let's look at the quest book. Let's look at some other things we got going on, and we'll figure out what our to-do list is for today. Maybe 1 more or 2 more of these would be cool to have. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice. Okay, so quest book. So that should have earned me some steel. Which quest was this in? There you go. Nice. Yay for 8 steel. Nice and free. So now we can get conveyor belts going, which will get me the stamper. Remember, that's kind of what I was looking to get into next. So here to there, a conveyor belt. Pretty sure that requires leather, unless they change the recipe at all. So speaking of cows, oh, steel nuggets for a conveyor belt. Wow. Well, it's not too bad. But basically, you get 4 conveyor belts per steel, 5 conveyor belts per steel, 4.5, right? So like 2 steel equals 10 conveyor belts. Making my life difficult, T-Fox. T-Fox, please. So I might have a single piece of leather laying around. Is there like a sneaky, tricky way to like dry? I can dry rabbit hides into leather. That's it. I can totally do this in the industrial squeezer with some blood. Interesting. Okay. Redstone furnace can smelt 4 of them. Is redstone furnace a thing? So yeah, redstone furnaces don't exist in this pack. So that's cool. Okay. Good to know. So speaking of the urge not to kill a cow, I should make a cow farm. Because, like I said, the aforementioned need Is there a lasso? Can I lasso these guys? That's very reasonably priced. That has not changed. So what I should do is like build a little cow farm and get cows breeding, and then, you know, do the cow murder thing. How am I for lapis? A little bit. Should probably get a fortune sword. So maybe I'll work on that too. But that's kind of what we need to do quest objective wise. So let's get a little bit of iron cooking. I'm sure I hopefully have iron nearby. We have a bit. So let's get like 16 more iron. And I believe a stack of charcoal is what we need for the 16 iron. So this might be 8 steels worth of charcoal. I want to say it's 4 to 1, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out though. Cool. So steel in progress. Let's... How about this? I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to get some ardite and cobalt. I'm going to make a better sword. A manual sword. We'll put fortune and sharpness on it. And then what I'll probably do is get a cow farm going. So that... Because A, I need the food, so might as well just do it. And B, we need... leather for the conveyor belts. And we're probably going to need a lot of leather. So having the cow farm going is probably a good idea. So let's come back in about 5 minutes after I've collected some ardite and cobalt in here. Yay. All right. So a very broken pick later, and I've got some ardite and cobalt. Nice. That's cool. So let's do this. Do I have any more obsidian? I do. I'm going to repair my pick. And I'm going to get a cobalt pick and a manual sword. Sounds like a good idea, right? I think that sounds cool. So let's throw these guys in here, right? And I think for now that'll be good. And then you get repaired all the way. And yes, I want it fully repaired, so that's going to be good. And then we'll probably want to make ourselves a sword blade cast. And while I'm at it, let's also make this cast, because that's what I need for that. So then let's make this guy. And I'll get, I don't know if I have the stuff for aluminum brass, do I? Molten aluminum brass is copper and 3 aluminum. Yeah, I could probably pull that off. Copper and 3 aluminum. This should make aluminum. Molten aluminum, right? Or not. So aluminum ore does. What do you turn into in a smelter? Nothing. You just make bauxite dust. So you're not ore dictionaried with aluminum? Good to know. Bummer. Maybe I should just do gold then. Yeah, I think gold might be the better approach then. I totally need to go mining, and half of what I'm doing here is going to make that a little better of an experience for me. Cool. All right, and then for the guard, I don't know. I never know what to do with these. Could try paper just to have like that slightly better. We have paper laying around. More attributes thing, right? So we can modify it a little bit more for the sword. Might not be a terrible idea. Enough for now. Unless they disabled paper modifiers, but we'll see. Hoping they didn't. Okay, so you guys turn into paper. So can I make a paper wide guard? Looks like I can. Cool. All right. So that's a tool rod, by the way. I meant to do this for the cast. Dire derps for days. Cool. And then for now, I can make the handle out of wood. Like, I know there's better handle options, right? Is netherrack a decent handle option? I kind of forget. It drops durability quite a bit. And yes, I know I can do the other thing better. So for now, we'll just stick with this. And I can replace it, remember, obviously, so no big deal there. So you want to be a manual and cast. Oh, right. No, we're doubling. Haha. Should have remembered that. So let's get a little bit more cobalt, too, to melt. I'm so used to, like, the numbers when you double it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, this will be enough. But then, oh, no, it's not. So that should be enough for the pickaxe head and for the sword blade. Just need to wait for you guys to melt for a minute. So this will be my sword, will be this guy, and the sword blade. That looks good. Cool. What I'm going to do is clean up my inventory real quick in advance of... I actually want to hang on to this stuff and this stuff. That sounds cool. I should bring some wood down with me. Because I'm going to be mining after all. I also might want to think about getting something else that should help. Alright, so that's enough manual and then. Cool. And let's get our pickaxe head ready to go as well for the cobalt. Nice. So I believe that I can use the Actual Editions Traveler Sacks. I just need some leather and a Void Crystal Block. But that's all very attainable right now. So sword, check. Nice. And this guy's going to have 3 modifiers instead of the default 2. Sweet. And then let's also modify our pick to be cobalt. So it's going to improve my durability and my mining speed. And I've still got an extra modifier on him. Awesome. So you are going to want that, but I'm also going to want to make sure that you get 59 out of 60. I'm so close to having what I need. I need like 1 more. That stinks, but it's all right. Now, if I put another... That's going to use up another modifier, right? I believe that is true. Does that bother me? Can't think of what else I would want a sword to do besides be sharp and have fortune on it. So that should be fine. Nice. So now that attack is 14.8. That's pretty cool. Much better than the 6 that I had prior to that. Nice. All right. So let's do this. I'm going to make an animal farm. That sounds like a good plan. So let's get a bunch of wood. Have I recently used like all the wood that I have? I must have. Okay. Sweet. All right, let me clean up my inventory and we'll come back in a minute and stuff and things. All right, so real quick off camera, I got myself a lasso. I built myself a place to call home for these animals. And it's time to get myself some cows. Nice. So just built the little fence area relatively far away from my base. Far enough that I won't hear mooing all day long. Let's just put it that way. Beautiful. All right, so we will be back in a minute after I get a few more cows, courtesy of this awesome lasso I just made. Yay for non-nerfed recipes. All right, so I just picked up my 4th cow, and luckily there's like a lot of cows out here. So I'll start breeding at home, but this will be a nice start to both having a little bit of food. Oh, that's awesome. Yay for powerful swords. Beautiful. That'll be a good start to my leather and beef needs. Woot. We'll have to figure out what cooked beef / steak is hunger-wise. I'm pretty sure that the config option where it makes it like vanilla foods are not really that great, and they encourage you to use Pam's food. I feel like that's on just based on my performance with baked potatoes, but it's also possible that that's just like kind of a side effect of the, eat different foods mod. So we'll see. But I've now got 4 cows, 2 sheep, and 2 chickens. So most of the things. Yay. And let's feed these guys. Yep, I know everybody wants to eat. Hooray. All right, so with that said, we've got some stuff. The parrots and the bats. So let's put you in the tools chest. You guys can go away. You're a block. Let's cook up this steak. Sounds like a good time. In fact, let's cook it in here because you actually have enough charcoal for that. But I'm going to keep this charcoal in here as like a reference. Now, let's snag our steel that I've since put away, and we can make our conveyor belt. And this, I think, is like the early game automation method that we're going to have access to. I'm not entirely sure how much automation we'll have access to going forward, but we'll find out. So that's cool. Did I have to make more than one of those? Nope. Loot chest. Loot. Aw, smooth stone. Thanks so much for that amazing reward. It's the one thing that always bugs me about the loot chests. It's like, hey, we gave you a loot chance. You have a chance to like get something good. But like, I almost never get anything good out of it. The only time I ever get good things is towards the end of the game, where it's like, oh yeah, I had access to that forever. It's never like, wow, that was really cool that I got this loot. Like, nah, it's all whatever. I don't know if I like RNG for quest rewards, but that's just a personal feeling. All right, so the metal press is a multi-block machine that allows you to turn ingots into gears, plates, wires, and rods automatically. So this is what we need in order to get like gold plates and stuff, right? If I'm not mistaken. So like your gold plate from thermal, right? Your only options are the compactor, which we don't have access to yet, the compressor, which we don't have access to yet, and the metal press, right? Or the rolling machine, which we also don't have access to yet. So gold to that, and that's what we're gonna need to make. So we're gonna need to make a metal press. So I'm thinking what we should do is maybe have like an immersive engineering room kind of over here-ish, which might involve me moving some things. But if I did that over here, right, because I want to have it relatively close to the power gen, which is in the basement of this room, so I can run that power gen over to the immersive engineering area. Am I going to get access to right away immersive's wiring? So that's the question. So let's see what the recipes are for these guys. So I'm probably going to want at least MV, right? Medium voltage stuff. That's Electrum wire, copper wire for LV. So once I make a metal press, then yes, in theory, I'll have access to these things, right? And Electrum, I can get how? I can probably cast it. Yeah, I can mix mold. So I can make Electrum. I have access to at least. So with those wires, we should be able to therefore make these guys. Cool. The recipe's not terrible. It's pretty straightforward. And then we're also going to want the connection points. So relays and whatever else. That's vanilla recipe. That's vanilla recipe. Nice. All right, cool. So the recipes have not changed drastically for MV coiling and whatnot. So what I'll say is we totally can use Immersive Engineering's wiring in addition to thermals, conduits. Nice. So with that said, what I'll probably want to do is expand my base out this way and have like 2 9x9s next to each other. So like a 9 by, it's more like a 9 by 20-ish. But it'll basically run along this, like it'll be a big open room that I can have things like the crusher, and we're going to basically want a bunch of the immersive engineering blocks inside of it. So let's do that. So let me chop down these, speaking of the giant tree farm. Goodbye. And what I'll do is get my Direby and let him build things for me. I don't think we have enough Direbes that I can build 2 at a time, but it's all good. So basically, I'm I'm gonna want... So that's like the one space between rooms, and then we're gonna want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. So let's get this guy cooking, and then we'll go from there. Fair? So you go away for a minute. Let's get our bee house and our... Though, to be fair, I have a couple more drones of dire drone, but I only have 1 queen for now. I could breed more, but by the time I breed more, I might as well have just done it. So if this is the space between houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and you need a flower. I knew that. Totally was prepared for that. I even had a flower in the chest. All right, get to work, B. Yay. Oh, are you building the floor for me? Oh, neat. He builds the floor. In the event that there's not a floor, he will build the floor. That's cool. I like that. Okay. So then you... So, like, we'll have 1 space in between rooms, like we normally do. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? And that lines up with that line. So that's straight across to there. And right about here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the 1 extra block. Cool. So this guy will take care of stuff and things. And we'll be back when these 2 rooms are built. Right now, I don't know if we'll be back. Let's see. What's my to-do list right now? So that stuff can go away. That's my to-do list. I should plan a new one of these, but we'll deal with that shortly. So what do I need to make? I definitely need another one of you. Let's have a crafting table in here, right? So we're gonna want another conveyor belt for sure, because that was needed for the better questing. I need 2 conveyor belts. So I need steel scaffolding, heavy engineering block, redstone engineering block, and a piston. Okay, steel scaffolding I'm pretty sure needs steel. That's in the name. So that is 3 steel rods and 3 steel ingots. Okay, and a steel rod is that. Okay, cool. So I'm hoping we have enough steel, but I did start smelting more, so we'll see how close. So redstone engineering blocks don't need steel. That's per normal, right? Does need a little bit of copper. Heavy engineering blocks, though, do need steel. I need 4 of them. But I also need 8 steel per... So I need 8 steel plus 4 steel, so I need 12 steel. And I need an electrum ingot too, which I don't think I've made any of. So let's get that going. So we've got gold. I'm sure we've got silver, just not smelted yet. That's tin, that's silver. So for heavy engineering, we only need 1 piston for now. So let's take a quick nap. And then we'll get electrum ingot from our smeltery. And we'll see how our steel production is doing over there. We should have made 16, right? We made 8. Right, because I only put half a stack of charcoal in there. Yeah, so it's a stack of charcoal equals 16 steel. You make some electrum for me, so gold and silver. That's cool. Do we have enough steel ingots now to make the heavy engineering block? We might. So we're going to want 2 pistons for sure. Oh, it's in an EFAB grid. Defox, please. Defox. So 2 pistons, huh? Let's do that. So you need... So enough for 6 pistons? Sure. Do it up. 20 seconds per craft without any speed upgrades. Not the end of the world, to be fair. You're good. You're cooking up a little bit more steel for me. I think I need to lead literally 1 more, right? But at the very least, we can start with these guys. I can get the 2 of these that we need. Cool. And then we just need the 2 pistons and 1 more steel. 2 pistons. Back in about 30 seconds. Good to go. So that's that. So that's your heavy engineering blocks. Done. Quest complete? Yay! Nice. Alright, so claim what will probably be an unfortunate... Oh, nickel ingots, thanks. That's not something I can't find underground in about 5 seconds of searching. But sure, why not? I'll take it. So now we can form the multi-block for that thing. So do we have the Immersive Engineering book? I do somewhere. If not, we can make it. It's just a book and a lever. Which should be totally possible, because this episode even, we got that. So, unless there's some shenanigans with crafting a lever, I think we'll be cool. I put all my cobblestone into that thing, didn't I? Cool. Book. Now, I have not updated my Java. Well, I don't have super control over it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So, we can start with this thing being in this room, right? Nice, the room's done. Cool. So what I'm going to do is take you. Put you here. And then you'll build this room for me. Kind of passively. So my plan is to have this. Dyer's module buildings. You should be used to this by now. Sorry, I know you guys hate them, but they really do work quite well. Oh, you didn't finish the roof. Oh, derpy Dyer is a derp. It looked like the room was done. I didn't notice that the roof wasn't done. Oh well. I'm sure he'll pick up where he left off. But it's all good because at least I'll get the rooms built and then I'll do the roof in a minute. So you need to behave yourself. But so for, I think it's considered a heavy machinery, right? So it's steel, redstone, steel, and then the piston facing down, right? So let's maybe put it over here, I guess. Probably wouldn't be a terrible place. So steel, redstone, steel. You. Oh right, I made pistons. I'm like, where's my pistons? I made them. Just didn't bring them out with me, because derps. So steel, redstone, steel. So I'm thinking like right here is a good place for it. We can move it if we need to. Put my engineer's hammer away too, didn't I? Had it and put it away. Didn't I? There it is, yeah. I needed to form the multi-block anyway too, so. Hello. There you go. You, and then the heavy on top. And we get to say, woot, we have a metal press. Nice. All right, so if we want to press, so if we want to plate mold, we're going to need 3 steel ingots and engineer's wire cutters, which doesn't look too hard to get our hands on. Assuming I can do that. And then I can do... Oh, those are regular sticks, not... Okay. Derp. They look like iron sticks. I can't help it. Sweet. That's cool. All right, so we can install this guy on this thing, and then he just needs power to run. So, I think I'm going to have to... Unless I can make an energy cell of some kind. Can I make an energy cell? Like the thermal... I don't even see them. Do they not even exist in this pack? Am I crazy? Or am I not seeing energy cells either? They may not exist in this pack. All right. Cool. Then we're going to want the Immersive Engineering one. What's it called? Assuming they exist. I'd like it to be, you know... It's a capacitor, it's called, right? Do they also not exist? MB capacitors? So what are our energy storage options? Let me come back as I research what this is. Be right back. Oh, there's a weird looking thing. Power cell. This block can store 250,000 RF per tick and can be combined with other cells to form a big multi-block. Right click with a wrench to toggle input-output mode for a side. Energy is not kept when used in crafting recipes. Okay. Hopefully it's kept when picked up. So that's a thing. Silver ingots, lead plates. I need a lead plate. I need a lead plate to make one of these guys. Womp, womp, womp. So what I could do... All right, so just to get things going, right? Because I'm trying not to craft like a ton of these redstone wires. So what I could do, just take the old generator with me and just stick them right on top. That seems fair. Nice. All right, cool. So then we should make a hopper and... we can hopper things in there. So if I want to get lead plates, right, we want to make a hopper. Somebody tell me hopper recipe is not insane. T-Fox, please. Can you still drop these directly on there? Or maybe... yeah, I can. Sweet. Okay, that'll do. Do you drop it? Okay, that works. I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it. We are at the wrapping up point for the episode, by the way. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's actually... I want to put away some things I don't need in my inventory right now. Like you and you and you and you and you and you and you. And probably you. But I do want to make that power cell, if I can. I want to check it out and see how it works. So the cell... is 2 lead plates. I need a refined circuit board, which is iron and redstone in the crafter. And 3 silver ingots. And I'm going to need 8 copper. All right, so we're not going to be doing this today. I'm going to go mining between episodes because we do not have enough copper to complete this craft. So, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We will continue playing with Immersive Engineering and seeing all the horrible things that the pack makers have done to poor Direwolf here. For now, though, I think it's time for me to say take it easy.